Hello class, my name is Christopher Rockwell. This is my Project 1 video review for MDF 2, term 1309. This week was pretty exciting. I had a lot of fun manipulating Twitter data. I had no idea we would kind of get off into that as deep as we have. And I didn't realize that iOS made it so easy to get the account data and manipulate it and get all the information, because if you try to do it with like JavaScript or jQuery or whatever, you have to authenticate and do all this other, a lot of other code just to get off into the Twitter platform. So the fact that we're able to do it so easily, just by using built-in iOS or Xcode syntax, it's pretty neat. I had a lot of fun just kind of playing around and adding my own twists to the data, and kind of actually making a really pretty good looking app in regards to something I believe somebody would actually use and find aesthetically pleasing or whatever. Let me kind of get off into it so I can kind of show you what all I got to go in here. This is my actual iPad. I choose to run it in my iPad because it runs a lot faster. For some reason the simulator runs pretty slow. One thing I did play around with as I open my app here, I do have 3 different Twitter accounts that I actually use. One is my personal one, the top one, and then the other 2 are for past projects I did with applications. And what I found fun to try to figure out was to have an array of my accounts, and based off the selection in this alert view, the user can pick which feeds they want to show. Because I figure, I have 3 accounts. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would. And instead of just choosing their base account, they can choose whichever one or whichever account is in the 0 index. Instead of doing it static, I can do it dynamically based off, whatever they choose. So I'm gonna choose Fit Social, and it's gonna load up. As you can see, I have my indicator up here loading, letting the user know it's loading the feeds. All right, here we have all the feeds. I have my icon there. Fit Social is the name. Monday. That's the date it was posted. It has the actual tweet. I click on that. It goes to this image right here. This is the cover photo that Twitter implemented. So I found that kind of unique and interesting that you can kind of grab that, and I feel like I make the app, taking it a step further and make it more design and user friendly, and kind of add some fun there. And I had a username down here, date and time it was posted, and the tweet right here. And I bag out and go to the profile, which shows this view, the cover photo, but it has the amount of tweets, the amount of people I'm following, and the amount of followers. Then it has a description down here. And then if I compose the tweet, I'm just gonna put test. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also demonstrate the refresh right here. So I just tweeted that out. It's called posted from test. I'm gonna restart my feeds. As you can see, the indicator up here goes off when I hit the refresh button. Now we have the posted from test right here. So that works just fine. I think that pretty much covers all the features. Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bag out, because you can, like I said, you can choose any account you want. And I will in the future probably add, some kind of feature where you can switch the account within the app. I think that'll be pretty neat. Choose tweet longer. So it loads up all that tweet longer Android. It loads up all those feeds for that particular Twitter account. So yeah, I had a bunch of fun playing around with the Twitter feeds, and I didn't really have any issues. I did have to figure out how to get the array of, I'm going to kind of go through it. And what I did is I have a 1 account function right here, where if they have 1 account, the alert is not going to show. It's going to just load up the index of 0, which is, if they just have 1 account. But if they have more than 1, I had this in my alert view, and it'll just trigger, the alert, and then it'll get the index and pass it. And it'll set whatever that is. Like the current index is the button index, whatever button index they hit, because I loaded all the buttons up here in my for loop. alert view, add button, Twitter accounts, object, account, and it starts at 0. So whatever account is at the index of 0 within Twitter account, it'll loop through and get the index of 0, and get that account name, then it go back through and get the next account name, which is the account description, and it keep going through for however many Twitter accounts I have right here. Then after it does that, it goes to the alert view, and whatever I get from the alert view, which, you know, the button index, what I'm trying to say is the button index is associated with the Twitter account index right here. So it's associated, so I can just take that button index and pick out which current account I need to get, and then I go through all the code. So I had fun figuring that out, and that's one of the first things I really added, you know, as a customization, because I feel that I definitely wanted people to be able to, you know, if I was to release this app, be able to pick whichever account they wanted. So I always want to build something that I would use myself, and I think other people would use, you know, regardless if it's just for learning purposes. So I definitely enjoyed this. I learned a lot, and I definitely will play with this code a lot. You know, I guess in classes we have that don't have as much coding, or on weekends, I definitely will fall back to this particular project just to kind of play around with it some more, maybe learn how to use the Facebook functionality in the same way. So yeah, definitely enjoyed this week a lot. I hope you all enjoyed it just as much as I have, and you all have a great day.